Fred and George are the reason Ron makes the Quidditch team in the first place, and I can prove it. Yeah, you might be thinking like, no, it's Hermione's Confundus Charm or Harry's clever placebo with the Felix Felicis that brings Ron Quidditch fame. Weasley is our king. But here's the setup. Remember when Ron has to do the unthinkable in year 6 and try out for the Quidditch team a second time, even though his best friend is now the captain? NBD, that's no big deal, right? Except suddenly out of nowhere, this 7th year Cormac McClaggen guy shows up with his amazing jawline and even more amazing reflexes.
I like my chances.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think that's possible. And you're like, wait a minute, why didn't he try out last year? And good news, Cormac himself actually gives us that answer. I was in hospitaling when they held trials, said McClaggen with something of a swagger. Ate a pound of doxy eggs for a bet. Ha 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 ha. That's hilarious, but who bet him? We, of course, were not in the common room that night because the night before tryouts the previous year, Harry was in detention with Umbridge. Oh, how I hate her. But if we back up a few weeks before that, when Harry's helping clean out Grimmauld Place with the Weasleys, we get this lovely little line. The curtains were no longer buzzing. They hung limp and damp from the intensive spraying. Unconscious doxies lay crammed in the bucket at the foot of them beside a bowl of their black eggs, at which Crookshanks was now sniffing, and Fred and George were shooting covetous looks. What's this? The twins came into possession of doxy eggs just weeks before Cormac ate a pound of them the night before tryouts? And it gets better, because that was also the summer Ron gets his new broom for becoming a prefect, something they tease Ron about endlessly.
I'm your brother.
But despite their teasing, they clearly saw the writing on the wall, that Ron wanted to try out for Keeper and did their part to make sure nobody else was going to get in his way. And that's how